Welcome to KX News on the Go. I'm Chance. One local university is now providing STEM education and research opportunities to rural students around the state. Minot State University has been awarded $480,000 as part of a $7.9 million National Science Foundation grant. It focuses on expanding STEM opportunities in North Dakota through the Spark ND initiative. The grant money runs over 4 years and will support programs offered in middle and high schools. Joe Collette, a geology professor at MSU, says this grant will provide 3 different programs: research shadows, research experience for high school students, and the scientists in the classroom. All 3 programs connect students with faculty and provide real-world exposure and research to STEM.
Providing really interactive projects that are super engaging and really interesting to students that are in this sort of age group, I think, is going to be one of the key things that brings more STEM professionals or keeps more STEM professionals in our state. And the STEM careers that are here in these rural environments are only going to be increasing.
Now, this project is part of a statewide collaboration between 10 colleges and universities to strengthen STEM research and education across North Dakota. A new school year means a new reminder about these laws right here, these traffic school zone laws. As you travel by schools in session, remember, these traffic zones will be changing their speed limits indicated by a flashing yellow sign. It's there to prevent crashes and allow students crossing the road speeds in what normally is a 25-mile-per-hour zone will drop to 15, and 35-mile will drop to 25, so keep those in mind. It means parents, students, and other drivers need to be a lot more patient on the roads near schools.
When students are driving to and from school, they should be obeying all traffic laws, stopping fully at stop signs, yielding to the right-of-way. And also, if they do get involved in a crash while in the parking lot of their school, they shouldn't leave. They should call law enforcement to do the reports.
Peterson advises parents to show their kids where their insurance and registration is because hit and runs are a lot more common in parking lots during the school year. All right, lucky. Speaking of setting a new budget, someone in North Dakota will have a bit easier job with theirs. Check this out. According to the North Dakota Attorney General's office, a winning Lucky for Life lottery ticket was sold at the Minot M&H. I just combined those 2 words. And the winner matched 5 white balls, which means he or she will receive $25,000 for a year for the rest of their life, or a lump sum of $390,000. The M&H where the ticket was sold will get a $2,500 bonus. Not too bad for selling that winning Lucky for Life ticket. Let's check in with meteorologist Vanessa Simona. Good morning, Vanessa.
Hey, good morning, Chance. We've got a dense fog advisory in effect for the areas you see shaded there within the gray until 9 o'clock this morning. So a very similar setup and pattern to what we dealt with at this point yesterday morning as well. You can see that dense fog looking at Lake Metagoshi this morning. Temperature-wise, we're closer to the mid-60s. We'll be wishing for these mid-60s as we approach the afternoon because we will be far from that number. And visibility-wise across the rest of the region, Magic City down to 0 miles, Stanley down to 0 miles as well. It's not all of us dealing with that reduction in visibility, but make sure you're giving yourself plenty of extra time out on the roads. Even some spots not even getting above the upper 50s at this point in time here. But the reason why we're dealing with this reduction in visibility is because the temperatures are essentially matching the dew point values at this point in time, resulting in that fog. By this afternoon, yes, we do have some triple-digit values on the docket here. Sidney, Montana, we're going to be at 99 degrees. Wolf Point, that is a forecasted high of 102 this afternoon. The rest of us into those lower 90s. A little bit cooler the further east you travel here. That might be the spot you want to be going into this afternoon. It continues going into tomorrow. More spots projected to hit the triple digits by the afternoon. Williston, we're forecasting a high of 100 for you. Watford City, 101. Sidney, Montana, 102. Beach, 101. So hydration is key both today and tomorrow. Frequent breaks inside the air conditioning when you can. Don't spend too much time outdoors when we're talking this kind of heat and humidity. Dew point values, which is the level of moisture in the atmosphere and just lets you know how humid it is out. The higher the dew point values, the more sticky it is feeling as you head out the door. So As we approach closer to, say, 6 o'clock this evening, we've got some 70s on the docket there in terms of dew point values, mid to upper 60s, so a little bit of a relief, but not much here. And this is a look at just past midnight. Yes, just past midnight. Tonight, we're going to be expecting dew point values well into the 60s. And if you're wondering when we're going to catch some relief from this, likely not going to occur tomorrow either. More 70s expected in terms of those dew point values across the board. 11 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon here for your lunchtime hour. And you can see where that relief comes in from the southwest back to those dew point values into the 40s as we approach closer to, say, the 6 o'clock hour tomorrow evening. That's when we're expecting some of the relief from that heat and humidity. This has resulted in a heat advisory that will be in effect for our friends in western North Dakota from 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow till 7 o'clock in the evening, when we're going to see those dew point values trailing by quite a bit. For our friends in northeastern Montana, that heat advisory is already in effect for you overall. And if you're wondering when we're going to finally catch some relief from this, not going to take too long, thankfully, for that to occur. So while we have the triple digits expected in Williston going into Wednesday, cooling right back down into the 70s to round out the week and going into the weekend. Also looking at Dickinson's next 5, we're forecasting 98 degrees for you tomorrow afternoon, cooling back down into the 80s and even lower 70s possible by the weekend. Taking a look at Minot's next several here, we'll get the 90s into play as we get into tomorrow afternoon as well. Closer to the 80s as we get into Thursday. Friday cooling off into those 70s. The 70s are going to be sticking around a bit longer, thankfully, than those 90s we're expecting to see today and tomorrow. And finally, looking at Bismarck's next few, we've got temperatures into the 90s. One of the cooler spots on the map going into tomorrow afternoon, even though we're forecasting that high of 93, cooling back down into the 80s and even back into the 70s in time for the weekend, Chance.
It is going to be a sticky, muggy, and humid couple of days, Vanessa. Thanks for that quick weather update. For everyone here at KX News, I'm Chance Ticklin. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.